phone ring, 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 ring. 949298290. That's 949298290. Events, connection, and opportunity. All in one place. Come join the community. So text it now, don't wait in line. Fight for life. 949298290. That's 9492980. Wanna know where David's gonna be? Get invites, updates, and community. Hey, when he's in. Hey, hey. Hey, wanna know where David's gonna be? Get invites, updates, and community. When he's in your city, you won't miss a thing. Just text the number, let your phone ring, 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 ring. 949298290. That's 9492980. Events, connection, and opportunity. All in one place. Come join the community. So text it now, don't wait in line. Fight for life. 949298290. That's 9492980. Hey! 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 Wanna know where David's gonna be? Get invites, updates, and community. When he's in your city, you won't miss a thing. Just text the number, let your phone ring, 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 ring. 949298290. That's 9492980. Events, connection, and opportunity. All in one place. Come join the community. So text it now, don't wait in line. Fight for life. 949298290. That's 9492980.
Right, can we say welcome to office hours? David Meltzer's office hours, or we wait for the guy? What What do you think, Homan?
Is he going to be joining us?
I think he is. Otherwise, we can take it away. What do you think?
We could just start riffing, or it's definitely some dead time there. So, where are you located, Bart?
Yeah, so I'm based in the DC area, and I know our first guest, Melissa Don Simpkins with Athleadership, is actually living right around the corner from me in Ashburn, Virginia. And just a home, and
Nice.
just to let you know, we have a company called Most People Don't, and we
Oh yeah, I've heard of it.
empower
Yeah.
and encourage people, right? And as I say that, what comes to mind, Homan, when I say our company is called Most People Don't? What do you think of?
The gaps in what people should be doing versus what they're doing.
Yeah, right. And that's, I mean, it's pretty evident. But I come
Yeah.
from the world of hospitality, and what I found is that in the hotel world, Ritz Carlton specifically, I was with them for 16 years. We would always do what other people were not doing to make a difference. So a hotel room could be a hotel room, a beer, a coffee could be a beer or coffee anywhere. But when you deliver it, and when you over deliver it, when you anticipate what people need, that becomes memorable. The service, the service element.
Absolutely.
So really, that's how Most People Don't started. That in hospitality, good hospitality companies do it every single day, but most businesses are not doing what most people could be doing or should be doing or don't truly do. So it's different, right? It's a different approach. And I'd like to welcome David Meltzer to his show, please.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Morning.
Thank you guys for your patience.
Yeah, I couldn't
Good
agree
to
with
be
you more,
here.
Bart, as far as the hospitality piece. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Very good.
And imagine any company now.
I was just going to say, I just got back from Greece.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just going to say, I just got back from Greece, and the memories that you take away from an experience like that, like it could be altered by someone who provides poor service, or like, I'll just tell you guys, we had ants in our room the first night, and so they had to move us rooms, and so luckily they made it right and they took care of it. But it's one of those things where that becomes part of your memory of the vacation, and it's like our one time that we're visiting this country. So hospitality is such an essential piece of that, of making an enhancing experience for your guests.
Yeah, agree. Yeah,
Cool.
service to each other. So it doesn't need just to be hospitality. It can be any organization can be better to their employees. They can be better to their customers. And I'll tell you more about it later after David kicks us off.
Sure.
All right. Well, thank you, gentlemen. Thank you for your patience. Welcome to Office Hours episode 903 or more. We didn't keep good enough track, so there's probably some extra episodes that we're migrating over to podcast one. I'm blessed to be with the best, the double B, Bart Berkey, and Bart at mostpeopledon't.com. And of course, the whole man himself, the Gazan himself. Welcome. He has the GazanCoaching.com. Homan Gazanfari. Thank you both for joining me. I'm going to get right to it as Michael Alonso's in the house. We are welcoming. Good to see you, Michael.
Hey, David. Great to be here. Thank you so much. Great to see you guys and meet you two for the first time, Bart and Homan.
Well, you're an extraordinary entrepreneur, a serial entrepreneur, a strategic operator at Hika Capital, Cloud Tech Smart, and Synbio. But one of the things that's most intriguing that you're doing, and I'm helping as well, I really love the idea of private money brokering. And what's needed is the fuel today, especially for women and women of color, those entrepreneurs that are underfunded, underrepresented, but yet they're the best people to invest in. And we're missing the mark, especially here in America, if we don't send the capital to the appropriate people that can be successful in what they do. Private money brokering is so important to help build turnkey businesses and create value there. How did you put yourself in a position, because that's the hardest part, to be able to create this money and capitalization of these entrepreneurs who really need it?
I mean, it's really the Wild West out there, right? Whenever you start talking about money brokering and start talking about funding projects and real estate. So it started with real estate. It started with Aspire tour, where I happened to thankfully met you on. And it kind of went from there. It started with the real estate aspect of it, doing basically your fix and flips, your DSCR loans, things like that, your ground up construction, and started to grow into more of a business venture and almost venture capitalist type role. So pretty much everything's on the table. There's nothing that won't be looked at, won't be considered, but really just to find a way to make dreams happen, right? To find a way to help people and to move the ball forward with them, whether it's starting just in real estate to start building that revenue stream so they can invest in other areas of their life or in their entrepreneurship, or if it's just going all in and saying, hey, I really need money to start this business or enhance my business, is really what we're trying to do.
Bart.
Yeah, I'm just curious. In private money brokering, trust is really so key and so important. And I'm curious, the people that you're dealing with, the high caliber type of people that you're dealing with that maybe have been burned before, what do you do to build trust? And what would you suggest to others to be able to build trust in that environment?
Right. So, I mean, again, we make sure we do our due diligence, right? So there's a portion before we go through any third party lending, any mortgage company where that does handle traditional loans, but additionally helps us broker and get our clients what they need. We do quite a bit of amount of underwriting ourselves. So we do our due diligence. We go and we see, hey, here are the numbers. This is what makes sense. And we help them put forward the best packet that they can get together and all the information. That way they can truly show, hey, this is, it's all open. It's all out in the, it's full transparency. So that way there are no hidden gotchas and there is no, oh, hey, there's a fee here that popped up. There's a little blip on the radar here. Nobody wanted to mention or nobody wanted to say up front. So we try to do that always and try to be as upfront and transparent as possible.
All right. So I'm typing down what I learned from you, Michael, transparency in advance,
Absolutely.
which is such a simple thing, but so many people don't do that. So I appreciate it. Thank you, Michael. Good.
Oh, man. Any questions?
Yeah. First of all, Michael, thank you for your service. I had a question around that. Like, what are some of the ways that you utilized your military background to navigate complex markets and turn some of the challenges you've experienced in your work into growth opportunities?
Right. So, I mean, the military, I was so proud to serve. So thank you for acknowledging that. It was a huge part of my life. I mean, there's a few reasons why people join the military. But for me, I just wanted to serve. I wanted to be in the Army. I wanted to serve, and the experience that I got going into with that attitude and with that kind of mindset, I was open to a lot more, and I was able to absorb a lot more from the military process. Basically, doing things not until you get them right, but until you can get them wrong. Right. So it's from that, so the 5 to 9, 9 to 5, mentality. We work from 5 to 9. Right. So, and I kind of took that with me into my entrepreneurship, saying, hey, there's all hours are on the table. There's office hours or all hours. Right. I mean, and just you do whatever it takes to get the mission done. So I try to approach everything that I go into with that.
Awesome. Oh, you're muted, David.
You're muted.
My first time being on a show, 903rd episode. I was saying that he takes the military frameworks and uses this operational planning skill set that he utilized for post-action reviews and a process that works within the context of personal planning, relationships, and decision-making, but really working with high caliber people and investing in those people. If you're interested in private money brokering or partnering to build turnkey businesses and their solutions, there's one guy to call, our friend, entrepreneur, and strategic operator at HICA Capital, Cloud Tech Smart, and Synbio Concept. My friend, Michael Alonso, thanks for joining us. We'll see you soon on other shows.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Great job, brother. Take care. All right. We're back on track. That was the incredible Michael Alonso. Melissa Dawn Simpkins is waiting in the green room. CEO at Velvet Suite and founder of Athleadership. That's right up my alley. And welcome, Melissa, to Office Hours episode 3 or so.
Thank you. It's good to be here with you and good to meet you live in person.
So great to meet you. And your book that came out little bit over a week ago, athleadership, which is elite athletic mindset. And I look for military vets and athletes. In fact, in the realm of women, most don't know that over 90% of women who are C-level executives of Fortune 500 companies all played college sports, which is not a coincidence. Maybe some components of education and leadership, especially elite athletic mindset, to lead under pressure and perform when it counts. But to ask you a question, Melissa, I just want to, when you talk about performing when it counts, I was with Nick Saban last week and Urban Meyer 2 weeks before, and they both said something interesting. When they were recruiting kids, they would only ask for third and fourth down plays. They weren't interested in what the kids performed on first and second down. They literally only wanted to see how they performed on third down and fourth down. And they could literally see a difference in elite mindset. A lot of kids were extremely athletic, talented, but for whatever reason, they couldn't perform on third and fourth down, and did very well maybe on first and second. So I'm very interested in about performing when it counts. How much of a quantitative positive is that in business comparatively to sports?
Yeah, well, first of all, thanks for having me on this show. I think that I love that analogy or that story of third and fourth down, because when you think about sports, it is the biggest arena to see pressure in a leadership lab. Like you literally see it with the World Cup. You saw it with the championship playoffs. You saw it with Venus yesterday. And what I believe is happening in the arena of life, right, is that because of AI, because things are moving so much faster, we are no longer valued as humans by what we know. It's how we're able to perform when it counts. And those are those pressure-proof moments. So what he's talking about is not when we have another play, but how do you perform when the last moment counts? And what's great about athletes is they condition for that. They prepare for those last seconds. So they are able to turn on instinct, where a lot of us, we train for what we know. And in that moment, we might freeze. We don't have an automatic response. And so what we're doing with athleadership is bringing that construct, but it's rooted in neuroscience to help everyday people become elite in their mindset, so they can be the MVP. They can perform when it counts. They can elevate their game in this like crazy, rapidly changing AI world.
I wish I would have known you when I wrote the book, Game Time Decision Making. Athleadership, I'm sure, is a component, Bart, when in hospitality, when you ran Ritz-Carlton. I'm sure you hired many athletes, and the elite mindset was critical in hospitality, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. And what I was just thinking of, Melissa, did you go by Melissa Dawn or by Melissa?
Melissa's fine.
Melissa, excellent. Yeah. A lot of pressure is put on us as leaders externally, whether it's how are we producing, how does Wall Street view us? If we report to ownerships or a board, there's a lot of external pressures. And I'm just curious, with your approach with athleadership, what about the pressure that comes from an internal view? As an example, there's so many people that I coach that have imposter syndrome, and the pressure, it's not coming from any external factor, it's coming from within. They don't believe that they're good enough. Does athleadership address the internal pressure and internal uncertainties?
Yes. It's like you read my book. It literally, I talk about the game of life, and the arena is the inside. So when we think about athletes, I think a lot of your viewers must say, I'm not an athlete, I opt out of this. And it's not even about that. I think if you have a mind, you can be an athleter. So you don't have to be an athlete, but it's around how do you orient yourself internally, right? Steady under pressure. How do you see your identity bigger than your role? How do you address conflict? And we call it the core four, which is agility, resilience, alignment, and well-being. And all of that is rooted in your purpose, your mission, and your vision. So that becomes invisible, but it's the invisible that makes you intangible when you show up to the world. And that's why it starts in that, what I call the arena.
Fantastic. Love it. And what was that quote again? The invisible?
Makes you, I say, untouchable.
Got it. I'm typing that down. That was my takeaway. Thank you. Thank you, Melissa.
You got it.
Oh, man.
I'm curious, Do you make any adjustments when you're dealing with people from or working with people from different sectors, such as sports versus business versus entertainment, or do you see it as sort of being something that transcends all those industries?
Yeah, it's a great point. So my personal background is I come from corporate. So I worked at P&G, Nationwide Insurance, Procter and Gamble, and in 20 years ago, I launched my business. My first client was the NFL, and we did the first ever NFL player brand university in 2008, right before NIL and all of those things.
Nice.
And it was a petri dish for me as a woman going into locker room, 400 players, 19 teams. And I began to see some common themes around elite mindset that I thought could transfer to corporate. So for the next, 15 years, we created a platform, an online learning platform. So we worked with 26 countries, we reached over 250,000 leaders from, Procter and Gamble, or actually packaged goods, to manufacturing, to medical devices. So I think there's a human thread among all of us, no matter our industry, no matter our race, gender, background, global experience. It's the need to feel like we belong and to know how to unleash the full potential of who we are. And to me, that becomes the thread of athleadership. Just like sports is a unifier, I believe athleadership is as well.
And I believe it also indicates a desire that you must be what you can be. And that seems to be a common denominator of all elite athletes that I've worked with over 35 years, and continue to be the elite mindset of all the entrepreneurs, billionaires, millionaires, celebrities, and athletes I still work with today. It takes great leaders to understand athleadership. The book that was written will help us all, called Athleadership. You can get it everywhere starting last week. The Elite Athletic Mindset, How to Lead Under Pressure and Perform When It Counts. A critical component to great fulfillment, passion, purpose, and most importantly in business, don't forget profitability. Melissa, Dawn, Simpkins, thank you so much for joining us. Promise us you'll come back, and I can't wait to read your book.
I would love to. We got lots more to talk about.
Absolutely.
Thanks,
come and join us. We love you. Thank you.
Okay, take care. Bye-bye.
Pleasure, Melissa.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
What a great guest. Oh my gosh. My team is so amazing to get these amazing people. We got one in the wings left still. It's a great mesh of all of us. It's Mesh Gelman here, CEO, founder at Cumulus Coffee. Mesh, welcome to Office Hours episode 903 or so.
Hello, hello. How are you?
Phenomenal would be an understatement for me, and I speak for my two buddies as well. What a pleasure it is to have you here. I want to talk about Cumulus Coffee, but truly the Cumulus machine, which is the first machine built exclusively for cold coffee. So delivering cold brew, nitro cold brew, cold espresso, but very, very quickly, faster than a Tesla, under 60 seconds. No ice, no waiting, no cartridges, just the barista quality coffee that everybody loves, chilled and poured on demand. It's interesting because I'm not a coffee drinker, but I analyzed this space for a long time. And I never thought it would be a plausible business model just to have this type of business. What are some of the statistics that drove you, or data that drove you to just be the best at one type of coffee?
Cold coffee today is literally the predominant drink coming to cafes and the beverage of choice. Before we even go to statistics, if you go onto social media, any influencer, anybody who's doing anything, they're always holding a cup of cold. And like at first I didn't understand why, outside the fact that it's delicious, but I realized that, cold coffee, you could actually see it through the cup. If that would be like a white cup or a mug, you wouldn't see so it's like a beautiful accessory. So I think that there's like this, generationally, there's been this embracing of it as part of almost like something that you have on you and that you embrace and you take with you. But like from a statistics perspective, Starbucks as an example, over 75% of all their beverages coming out of their US cafes are over ice. So there's been a massive generational shift from hot to cold. Like you go in, and it could be in the middle of the winter. You're just going to see a lineup of cold cups versus hot cups.
Who would have thought?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy.
Double B, do you drink coffee?
I do. And like just this morning, it's going to be 101 degrees here in Washington, D.C., just crazy. And I was working with my wife, and she said, would you like a coffee? Yes, hot or iced. And I got it hot. And Mesh, I never really thought coffee as an accessory, but looking at the majority of people that got their coffee today because it was so hot out, it was an accessory. You could see the cream floating and muddling down. Like it was something that they were almost carrying like a badge of honor in a very weird way. So I understand now. I'm just curious. Mesh, you went from building a fabric company that won Vendor of the Year for Ralph Lauren, and then you came up with cold brew under 60 seconds. Question for you: what is next? Is it an expansion of cold brew? Is it adding protein in cold brew? Like, what are you looking at next that might be when we talk to you again in 6 months? You're like, yeah, I started these 3 companies.
Well, so one, if I could just add one kind of like important thing, the peanut butter in between the two breads there, between the linen and between the cold brew,
Yeah.
was a great stint at Starbucks. And I had the fortune of being there during its like amazing growth years, until 2018. And I actually had a front row seat to how the world shifted from hot to cold. And what's kind of crazy, David, you have mentioned before, faster than a Tesla. We often talk about that. The coffee industry was designed for hot, and everything from the beans that they select to the way they go ahead and extract the coffee to the way the syrups are designed, the entire thing has been made for hot. But now consumers want cold. So they're retrofitting their equipment, their beans, their extraction methods, and none of it is right. It's very, very difficult. What we did is similar to Tesla, to what they did to the auto industry. We built a company crafted for cold from the ground up, from the technology, from the machine, from everything. And Bart, to answer your question, in 6 months, I hope to be knee deep in sharing with the world a great quality, better than cafe quality at the push of a button, and really getting into your home, getting into the cafe at your corner, into your workplace, to be able to make sure that wherever you are, you have a great quality cup of the thing you desire most.
Yeah, great. All in and cold brew. I dig it, Mesh. Thank you.
Oh, man.
Awesome. So I know we have a lot of entrepreneurs and maybe even some inventors in the audience today. I was curious, could you walk us through the process of like identifying a need and in the market in our daily lives, and then what it's like to invent something and then bring it to market?
Yeah, I think it starts with like the way I like to think about it is to actually take a step back and think about so many things that we do behaviorally where we just do it because, right? And then like you start asking yourself, like, what am I really doing? And is this the way it should be done? And I think when you come from the perspective of solving, it's overused term, but solving a problem, right? Or making something easier. And not for the sake of making it easier because I want to invent something, but when you actually say it's like, does anybody even realize what we're doing here? Like in our case with Cumulus, right? Does anybody even realize that you're pulling a hot espresso shot, you're throwing it over ice, the ice is melting, then you're adding your milk, and now you call that an iced latte? Like, why are we not starting with a cold espresso shot? It's like such a basic question, right? Or another question, which is where, cold brew is all about. It's like when you steep coffee for 24 hours, it comes out, it doesn't get that bitterness and the acidity, right? So like stop and ask that question. We're making liquid from coffee beans, right? But it's acidic and it's bitter. Is there another way of doing it? Because I don't like that. So I'm putting in milk, I'm putting in sugar. But what if I do it in a way where I don't need to do that? And I think when you start thinking from the lens of the user, the lens of the, kind of like from the emotional experience side, one thing that I think about all the time, everybody has an emotional side in them. And even if you are inventing something or creating something, SaaS or B2B or whatever it is, whoever's sitting on that other side that you need to convince, they have not only their logical brain, they have their emotional brain. And if you're able to tap into that, that is where innovation needs to start. Am I going ahead, am I appealing to a need that will evoke that type of response?
So true.
Amazing. I was there's the second in command with Schultz, who went to Occidental. I'm drawing a blank on his name. He was there from the very beginning. He sold thousands of them internationally. You probably know the gentleman. I think his name was Howard as well, maybe Behar.
Howard Bihar.
Yeah, Howard Behar was a mentor of mine at Occidental College, and he has his number 4 share of stock in Starbucks. You can imagine the wealth that poor Howards have, Schultz and Behar. What a great business. We can't wait to own the 4th share of Cumulus Coffee as the trend is icing up and heating up at the same time. We're going to be in New York for Fanatics Fest. We have a VIP dinner. We'd love to have you come and share with our community. I think Bart may be coming in, or others. We'd love to see you with some of our celebrities and athletes as well. We'd love to amplify what you're doing. So I'll have my team reach out to invite you to New York City in July. We'll be there. And if not, we'll have you on our other shows. What a great entrepreneur innovator. And we can't wait for the next Starbucks itself, Cumulus Coffee. Check out the Cumulus machine. First machine built specifically, exclusively for cold brew, nitro cold brew, and cold espresso. I wish I drink coffee. I'm gonna have to figure this out because I like a nice cold drink. So Arnold Palmer, look out. Here comes cold brew Meltzer. Thanks for joining us.
That's great, David. And I would say, just for what you just said about in the city, one of the great things that a Cumulus makes is a wicked espresso martini. So there is we talk about a treat. So maybe even we'll be at that event in New York making espresso martini for all your celebrity guests.
I would love it. We'll definitely, the invitation, not obligation, is on its way. Everyone, check out the Cumulus Coffee Company, Mesh Gelman, and just go to cumuluscoffee.com. We'll see you soon, Mesh. Have a great 4th of July.
Okay, be well.
Be well. What a great guy. All right. We are rocking and rolling. I can't believe that's all 3 guests. This is my favorite time. And because I have a minute, let me explain why I do this. I'm tired of intellectual entertainment. And what that means is, and I'm a party to it, I can put on a great show like I did last night, get people crying and laughing and inspired. But if you don't ask them for a takeaway, they're not going to have one. They're not. They will literally tell me after I speak, "You have changed my life. That was incredible." And I said, "Really? What was it that I said?" Yeah. They know how they felt, but what is it I actually said that changed your life? And all I get is a response the majority of the time is, so it's important to me to do the takeaways of the day so people at least can write down something to take away that's resonating with the 3 of us who are hyper engaged in the show. I'm going to switch it around. Ho Man, my number 1 man, what is your takeaway of the day?
Well, all 3 guests were servants. Like, you could just tell that they're here to serve others and trying to find ways to make improvements in society and improvements to leadership and the way we all show up in the work that we do. So I admire those qualities myself, and also see the importance of them. So it was very nice to see that connection between the 3 of them on that platform.
Awesome. And Double B, my buddy Bart Berkey.
Yeah, sorry. And I agree with Homan. It's helping, no matter who you get on, David, which is just brilliant, you and your team, they're individuals that want to help people get better. And with most people don't, we often say we want to help people get better, feel better, and do better, doing what most people don't do. So my other takeaways, trust. You can get trust through transparency in advance. That's what Michael taught me. Melissa, the quote, "The invisible makes you untouchable." And that is in here, and in here, other people can't necessarily see it. But when you have that strength inside, you can handle pressure. And then Mesh, don't do it just because. Tap into the emotional brain, appeal to a need that really matters. It can make people feel a certain way. Brilliant guest, always honored to be on the show. So thank you, David and Homan. What a joy.
I agree.
Pleasure.
Both of you getting some key kernels, if not nuggets, out of these 3 extraordinary guests. And trust me, it's all my team. It's not me. So just so blessed and humbled by the types of guests that we get. Truly a humbling experience. Amazing people. You know what really resonated with me is the perform when it counts. All 3 of these people, Michael Alonso, like, if you've been in a situation where you're brokering and funding businesses, you have to perform when it counts, right? You can change or kill an entire business if you don't perform when it counts. And I've known Michael for a while, and he is definitely the one who performs when it counts. Obviously, within the context of athleadership, that's where it came from. And I look for people that are third and fourth down players, extra inning players, extended period players, shootout players, all of the above. And I think it's applicable when you take a guy who's worked with JCPenney, Ralph Lauren, Starbucks. He obviously can perform when it counts, and it's the type of entrepreneur that I want to invest in. Super excited about Cumulus Coffee and maybe looking at that for our Meltzer Capital as an investment, because I think he's onto something. I don't know enough about it because I'm not I've never probably stood in line at a Starbucks other than to get a cake pop once for my son. Not a coffee drinker. And it's a good thing I'm not a coffee drinker or a caffeine drinker, because man, this show would be half as long and nobody would understand what I said. So nonetheless, perform when it matters, perform when it counts, surround yourself with people that perform when it counts, the almost all the time type of people. I'll tell you who I surround myself with that performs when it counts, and they did today on the third and fourth down episode 903 of Office Hours. That's Bart Berkey. That's right, Bart at, that's right, mostpeopledon't.com. And of course, the home man at gazcoaching.com. Check them out. These guys will change your life. You need a coach not only to give you instructions, teach you how to take those steps, but bring the best out of you so you perform when it counts. Thank you, gentlemen. I will see you soon, hopefully in New York, California, somewhere around the country, 200 cities to come and meet me. Always invited, not obligated. How blessed am I? Enjoy your holiday, boys.
Happy 4th, David.
Well,
have a nice meeting.
Happy 4th, guys.
Great to see it. All right, everyone. Just a real brief recap. San Diego tomorrow at noon. Come and join us at Paradise Point. Then Vegas in the lobby of the Wynn. We're there for, that's right, Summer League. Come to Las Vegas. Come to the Wynn. SiriusXM Studios there. New York, we have Philly at the All-Star Game. New York, we have Fanatics Fest at an EO event out in Long Island. SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles. Messi and the FC Miami. Come and see us there, or come to London. We have a private investor group, probably good for Michael Alonso. Lots of money there to help him in brokering his deals. Come on out over the pond, join us in London, and then we'll finish up at the finale, Breckenridge, Colorado. We got the Ryder Cup of Wine with Virgil Herring and many, many more. If you want to join us, you better be a part of our community. Stay informed, stay invited. Area code 949. Next three numbers are 298. Pinned right there. You see it? 949-298-2905. Or email the beloved servant. David means beloved. At D is my first initial. Meltzer means servant. David at dmeltzer.com. Remember, most importantly, be more interested than interesting. Be kind to your future self and do good deeds. Hit it, Gigi.
Hey! 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 Oh, hey! Wanna know where David's gonna be? Get invites, updates, and community. When he's in your city, you won't miss a thing. Just text the number, let your phone ring, 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 ring. 949-298-2905. That's 949-298-2905. Hey! Events, connection, and opportunity.